Good evening, folks. I thought I would get a lot of requests to play more games of Hockey Blast. I thought people might get bored of my Canucks replay, so what I thought I'd do is do a hypothetical with the Boston Bruins, with that outstanding regular season record, taking on the Stanley Cup champs Vegas Knights. And we're going to set the first game here in Boston. And one thing in the last video that I showed, thank you to John Horn who pointed it out, when you go to, if it's a one-goal game and you're going to go to the empty net mini chart, I was playing it on the last segment. You're supposed to play out all the segments, then go to the mini chart on your last roll after all 12 segments are figured out. So I'll correct that for this game. Thank you, John, for pointing that out. I also made a little rink for the hockey game, and I took all the strategies that you can use. I don't know if I'll use them in this game, but I put them on the chart so that if anybody wants it, maybe I'll just put it at my Gitch Play website and you can download it from there. There's a physical option that you can have when you roll a red die, and it's a 2. If the red die is a 2, you get a shot on goal. Goalie must make a spec save. There's a strategy option for a wide open offense off a 4 on the red die. You can play conservative, and if you do, you roll a 5 on the red die. There's no quality check. If both teams are physical, both teams are wide open, or both teams are tight checking, there's different options for that. Once during the game, I haven't used any of these in the games that I used. You're allowed to adjust your lines, so rearrange your lines to get all your top guys on top. On a power play goal, if you roll a 3 and it's a double 6, it's an automatic goal. The one I put on my website isn't in ink. I just thought of it afterwards to put it on there. And finally, as an option, you can instigate a fight. And the team that does instigate a fight, it's just like a real fight. So if you roll triples in the game, there's different things that come up when you roll triples. If you roll a triple 1, there's an injury to the home player. Triple 2 or triple 3, there's a critical face-off. So the team who has the best face-off player will get an immediate 6-star shot. If you roll triple 4s or triple 5s, there's a fight. And there's whoever wins the fight. There's a special fight chart. There's a mini fight chart on the game that you would go to. And the winner of the fight gets a chance for a spec save. And triple 6s is an injury. So, all right, we'll just get started with this hockey game. We have Vegas playing against Boston. We're just going to roll. And red die is a 5. So we're going to go to the 5, I guess. 6 means anybody, and a black 1. I probably should have the numbers the same. I just used the same spot going across. So now I sort of have 5 on 1. So anybody's going to get it. Give it to Peter Angelo. So if it's a 5, you re-roll. And we're going to re-roll a 4. And 4 is a hit symbol. He doesn't have it. Pasternak does have it. So Pasternak's going to get a shot on goal. 1 to 3, Hill's going to make the save. And he does make the save. So Hill makes the save on the first option. And we rotate the guys. Peter Angelo is done. And Pasternak is done. Going to roll the dice. Yeah, I think I will change it so that the numbers maybe match up. Next roll, we have another red 6. So it's going to be a home scoring chance. And a 6 for, give me a 2 for the white, and 6 for, just give it to Bergeron. So it's going to be a home scoring chance for Boston. They're the home team in today's game. And we rolled a 24, and 24 says, visitor goalie must make a spec save, otherwise a goal. So Aiden Hill has to make a spec save. It's just a 1. He rolls a 5. It's going to be a goal. So the Boston Bruins put it in. I think I used Bergeron as my guy. If we roll and see who scores the goal off the scores chart, it is going to be a 4. It is going to be the 3rd best shot rating. So the 3rd best shot rating, DeBrusk is currently number 1. Bergeron would be 2. 3 would be Brad Marchand. So Boston, Brad Marchand picks it up. And I'm going to roll for assists just because I'm kind of anal. 4, there's going to be 2 assists. So for the assists, if it's a 3, there's just 1 assist. And a 5 and 6, a 3, there's no assists. 5 and 6 for me is 1 assist. Now, again, that isn't part of the game. I'm making that up just because I love assists in the game. So there's going to be 2 assists. Marchand put it in, so we'll give it to the 2 highest guys from Lindholm and McAvoy. Let's put down Lindholm and McAvoy. And it's 1-0 for the Boston Bruins. Comes the face-off, a 3. We have a 4 on white and a 5 on black. We're looking at a penalty. Theodore's a 0.5 and Lindholm was a 0.5, so nothing happens. We cross it off in that segment. And we're going to change Lindholm and we're going to change Theodore. Next one. Roll the dice. It's a 5. So where can I put it? I guess I'll put it over top of this so I know. 2 on the white and 4 on the black. And for a 5, you're going to re-roll for the trait. So we re-roll and it's a 2. A 2 would be for skill. McAvoy has skill. Mark Stone has skill. So nothing happens. And we rotate Stone and we rotate McAvoy. Next one, we're going to roll. It's going to be a 3, so possible penalty. 3 on Vegas. 6, now I give it to any player. So I'm going to give it to a 0. So I give it to Orlov. Eichel is also a 0, so no penalty. So at the end of the first period, Vegas 0 and the Boston Bruins 1. And we have to rotate Eichel and we will rotate Dmitry Orlov. Next one. Here's a roll of 3. Again, possible penalty. 2 on the white team and 3 on the home team for the Bruins. Possible penalty is a 0 and a 0.5. So a power play chance for the Vegas Golden Knights. So play save of 3 for Ullmark. 1, 2, 3, he makes the save, and he does make the save. So a chance there for Vegas, but they do not score. Riley Smith will get rotated, and Bergeron will get rotated. Next roll, we have a 4 coming up. I'll just put it there. 3 to the black team. Anybody I want for the other team. Let's give it to Chandler Stevenson. He's got a lot of traits, and he's also a Regina Pat, so a special good guy that I like. So we'll give it to him. We'll roll for the trait. Trait is a 5. 5 is going to be smart, and Stevenson is smart. So is Krejci. So we're going to change the lines. Boston leads at 1-0. Tight hockey game. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I'll play out a best of 7 for you guys. It's a 4, so we're going to the 4. Yeah, I need to match these numbers up. That I can put the red die on the 4. 2 to the white team and 4 to the home team. We got to roll for the trait. The trait is going to be a 6, which is a star. Forbor is not, and Waugh is not, so nothing happening here. Nick Waugh gets rotated. Derek Forbor gets rotated. Next roll, it's going to be a 5 on the traits. 3 here, 4 for Boston. And we're going to re-roll for the trait. Trait is going to be a 5, which is going to be a smart. Carlson is smart. McAvoy is also smart. Nothing going on. Score after 2 periods. The Boston Bruins lead at 1-0. Brad Marchand scored from Lindholm and McAvoy. We go to the 3rd period. There we go. It's a roll. It's going to be a 2. And 5 is going to go to Vegas. 6, I can give it to anybody I want. So again, the strategy would be find somebody who has skill, power, and smart. So skill, power, smart. DeBrusk has all of those. Let's give it to DeBrusk. And we got to re-roll the 2 quality. 2 is going to be 3. 3 is power. They both have power. So nothing happens. We have to change Alec Martinez and Jake DeBrusk. Here comes the roll. We're going to roll a 2. Again, it's going to be a 2, and we have 2 black, and 6 means anybody. Let's give it to Jack Eichel, and we're going to re-roll for the quality. Quality is going to be a 5, which is going to be a smart. Eichel is smart, so is Brad Marchand, so nothing happening there. Halfway through the third period, it remains 1-0 for the Boston Bruins. Going to roll here. We have a 2. 2 for them, and 6 is going to be anybody for Boston. Stone has skill, power, smart, and star. So skill, power, smart, and star. They don't have anybody with a star. Who are we going to give it to? Let's give it to Coyle. So we've got to re-roll the 2. And the trait we're looking for is a 5, which is smart. They both have smart. We're going to have to change them up. Coyle's going to change, and Mark Stone's going to change. Re-roll the die. This is the last one. This is probably where you would do a line adjustment, maybe call a timeout, put out Vegas top 5 guys, Boston's top 5 guys. I'm just going to play it out. And there's a roll. It's a 1, so it's going to be a visitor chance to score. And we have 1 on black. 6 is anybody, so it won't really matter. So here we go. It's going to be a 16 and a visitor chance. Home goalie must make a shot save, otherwise a goal. Shot save. Oh, mark is just a 1. This could tie it up. Now, we're going to need a decider die. Do I have a decider die? No, I don't. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. Allmark gets that, and 4, 5, 6, he doesn't. And we're going to roll. He does get it. So 1 to 2, Allmark will make the shot save. Here comes Vegas, trying to tie it up on the very last segment, and he will not. Vegas will score. They'll put it in the net. Big goal there by the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's see who's going to get credit for the goal. We got a 7, player with the best shot rating. So we're looking at Jonathan Marchessault. So Marchessault puts it in. And for the assists, it's a 4. So it's going to be 2 assists. We'll just give it to the top 2 guys. We'll say from Chandler Stevenson and Riley Smith. So Stevenson is going to get an assist. Riley Smith is going to get an assist. And we're going to go on to the next segment. And we're going to roll who scored Marchessault. I guess we used for the goal. So we're going to rotate him. You only rotate one person when there's a goal. Next one, we got a 5, and we have a 4 for them. Speed, power, hit. This can be anybody because it's a 6. Speed, power, hit. Carlo has all of those traits. So we're going to re-roll this, and it's going to be a 6, which is a star. Haig does not have it. Carlo does not have it. That is the end of the period. We are now going to overtime. So the way we played overtime at the conference, we just kept going until somebody scored. We're going to rotate Carlo. We're going to rotate Haig. So let's get on to overtime. So we're just going to play extra sessions until somebody puts one in. Wish I had a different color of pen for overtime. I'll use this little marker here. Pink marker just to mark it off. Here we go. We're in overtime. 3. So possible penalty. We might get a goal right off the bat. 4 for them. 6 for them. We're going to get to somebody with a 0. They both have 0, so we do not score. We're just going to... Oh, that doesn't even work. 5-sided guy. Let's see if we get it. That works. So that first chance, nobody gets the power play chance. We're going to rotate him and Orlov. Next one, 2nd minute of OT. We're going to have another possible penalty. It's going to be 2 on black. 6 means anybody. Going to give it to Pietrangelo. Zacha is also a 0. So there's nothing there in the 2nd minute. We got to rotate Pietrangelo and Zacha. Roll it again. We have a 2 for them 5 for, we're looking for trait number 4. We got to re-roll it. The trait is going to be a 5. So a 5, we're looking for Smart. He has it. So does McNabb. And we're still got nothing going on here. Third segment in overtime. Vegas and Boston. The end, the last 5 minutes of the first period. We got a 5 and a 4. And it is a 4. And we're going to have to re-roll that for the trait. And the trait is a 4, which is a hit. Grzelcyk does not have it. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And Theodore does not have it. So that is going, we're going into double overtime. Rotate the 2 players. It's a tight game between Vegas and Boston. Oh, we're going to have a visitor scoring chance. 4, 6, give it to anybody. Doesn't really matter. We'll give it to, maybe we'll give it to Barbashev. So it's going to be a visitor scoring chance. It's going to be a 46. You read black die and white die. White, red, white. The red die, you go to visitor scoring chance. If it's ever a red 6, you go to a home scoring chance. And they do have charts for that, for visitors and for home. 46 on the visitor chart is any player with a power play symbol scores a power play goal. Vegas does it. Chandler Stevenson is going to score in overtime. The former Regina captain is going to score in the first minute of overtime. We'll give him the goal since he had the symbol. Chandler Stevenson puts it in. Boston loses game 1 in Boston. It's a 7, so there's 2 assists. Stevenson will get the goal. Assists will go to Barbashev and Waugh or Haig. We'll give it to Nicholas Waugh. He's a forward. And Barbashev. So Vegas gets 1, Boston nothing in overtime. It is 1 more for Vegas. So the Vegas Golden Knights win game 1 in overtime, 2-1. I'll probably continue this tomorrow. It's getting kind of late. I think it's time to maybe hit the sack here. That is Hockey Express. I think I'll change these tomorrow so that when you put the die down, it's going to be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So give me a couple days to fix that up. I'll change the graphics. That is Hockey Express. Super fun game. Once you play it, it's like eating a bag of chips. You just can't stop at 1. You got to keep going. It's so much fun. So that was game 1. I'll play out the whole 7-game series in the next few days or so. That's Hockey Express, everyone.